get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Might be looking to run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. Now adjusting. He couldn't find anywhere to go with the ball. Bought time for a second, but finally just went down.
This defensive front, they're just so active. They're twisting, they're stunting, they're confusing this offensive line, and that's allowing them to get to the QB.
The noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. Trying play action. Going over the top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle. No big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
The knows its first timeout of the half. Takes a handoff, and he's going right.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And, man, I love guys with situational awareness in football. It's 3rd and long. You know it. He's sitting right near the sticks, ready to break on the football, ready for the quarterback to throw. He does, forces the INT. Nice heads-up, smart play by that young man.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Georgia Tech. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Snags a quick pass on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive... This pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Chris Court. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded, you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They're having none of this running game down on the goal line.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. It's a draw. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, after getting stuffed on that run, you now got fourth down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board, David.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Looking to take a shot. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. They're going to mark him just inches short of getting that first down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on 4th down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Moving away from pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Flips it out on the screen. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Takes the handoff. It's Martin. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. With the catch, it's Martin. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now facing a third and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be knocked down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Extending the play. That's it, five. He's open on the right. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg. Wants to throw it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive positive play and picked up a few on the run.
When you can run the football effective and then bootleg off of it, you get the running game and everybody biting up on it, and then all of a sudden the quarterback bootlegs out to the right. I tell you what, the defense did a really good job, though, staying with it, taking away the deep pass, and coming up and holding this to a minimal gain.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They go to the draw. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on third. Grabs over the middle. It's Williams. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
One back, baby, one back.
Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Wolverines lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards, because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, getting a tackle for a loss.
Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got some room, it was over. They pushed the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. OU, oh my. Oklahoma is putting on a show offensively today. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up by 15 over Georgia Tech. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Michigan has long had defenses built on discipline, carrying out their assignment, and they have done that to perfection today.
Carry out your assignment, do what you're supposed to do, but do it with bad intentions. That's what I like. I like the physicality. They want to hit you in the mouth. Year after year, Michigan players leave and they go to the NFL, but the next group, discipline, tough, physical. It's always staples of these defenses.
Fakes the grab down the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Motion from the back. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
That is such a big play for the offense. A lot of these fourth down pass plays are just designed to pick up the first. They get even more. They get an explosive play, and that has got to be huge for the offense's confidence.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He wants to throw it. Release to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Wants to keep it in the air. Going for 6. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and bow wing helmets on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Play action. Gonna take a shot. Makes a grab down the middle. Off and running. Inside the touchdown Wolverines. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Matthew. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Matthew. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Purdue is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 19 over Air Force. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. The sure hands, it's Martin. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. At the 40, there he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He'll take a shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
He's moving out of the pocket. Open space at the 25. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought